and gentlemen. We're currently in the beautiful Napa Valley. Beautiful pools behind me, as you can see. My name is not important. What is important is the story I'm about to tell you. By no means, I'm not an expert, but I will tell you the story in my own way, just how I know how. The story is about myth, myth of old. Perhaps you've heard about these gods and goddesses and stories before. Well, I'll tell you my own story. Is the story of Daphne and Apollo. Well, one day, the sun god Apollo was hanging out in the forest, being fucking grand and shit, since he's a fucking god, and he's walking around doing what gods do with his bow, his radiant golden bow. And off in the distance, he sees this chubby kid, flying around, prancing about with a tiny bow. Quickly turns into a dick measuring contest. So he goes and says, "Hey there, the fuck you doing with this tiny ass bow? You should go kill lizards or some shit. This is a fucking man's bow, and I killed a python with this shit. I was trying to fuck up my mom." So, totally said that to Cupid or Eros in Greek, depending on how you like to address these beings. Well, one thing you should learn from these myths is that you should never, ever underestimate the power of love and the power of primordial love, power of the personification of passion, since he was the son of Aphrodite, right? So this Cupid or Eros had a bow, and the myth says that he had two types of arrows. One was a golden arrow with eagle feathers, dyslexic I think, and a pointy tip. And with this feather, he could shoot motherfuckers, and it would pierce their heart, and they would fall in love with whatever, But deep passionate love. And so after Apollo said all this to little Eros, Eros was like, "Okay, motherfucker, you'll see." And so he grabs his bow and shoots him in the chest. Pow. Fucking hammer pair on his chest. The god says, "Oh fuck, I'm smitten with love," and he's also the god of medicine, music. So he looks upon this beautiful being, creature. Oh, it was like a wood nymph, bad, baddest chick he's ever seen probably. And then he pulls out the other arrow that he had, which was like a dark arrow with like owl feathers, and the tip was blunt. And this the opposite of love. It causes you to not like a person, to be, disgusted by it. So he grabs it and shoots it at Daphne. And Daphne is struck with sickening disgust for him. So this guy pulls up a Bill Clinton, starts chasing her ass, And she's like, "No, fuck you. Like, you can't have this." She's frightened. She thinks she's gonna get done in. He's chasing her and he's wooing her, right? He's like, "Come on, shout it." I'm sure it's not what he said, but it would be something like, "Why dost thou run from me? I am no mere peasant. I am a god. Come to me and I'll take you up to the heavens, and you can eat ambrosia and drink nectar with me." Something like that, right? But she's not having it. She's like a fucking sprinter, running, fucking doing ninja flips through the forest like craziness. Well, Apollo's a fucking god. So he pulls up his speedy Mexican shit, runs, and when he's about to catch her, she's all like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna call my dad." Like, calls out to her dad, was a river god, and says, "Hey dad, like, you gotta help me out. This guy's gonna catch me, and like, he's probably gonna do things to me. I ain't having it. I'm disgusted." So the dad's like, "Done." And she starts turning into a tree. So she turns into a laurel tree. And so this motherfucker is holding the bark of the tree like he's the first tree hugger, holding it, like kissing the bark, and like crying his eyes out, and he's all like, oh, if you will not be my bitch, then you'll be my tree, and I'll wear you on my brow. So that's why nowadays, or not nowadays, but ancient Romans, you see them, the kings or emperors had a laurel crown, and it's because of that. So as she was turning into the laurel tree, he starts crying and says, "Oh, how wrong was I? Me being the god of medicine cannot cure myself of this ailment." So it's love is incurable. I guess that's what they try to say. And also not to underestimate your opponents. The moral of the story is if you're eating an Oreo cookie and you take it apart and you lick it, you're not my friend.